Hey, do you want to achieve the same results in your color grading? Then you came to the right address. Watch until the end and repeat after me. What's up? My name is Misha. I shoot the content for automotive businesses here in London, and today we will be breaking down my workflow regarding the color grading. So let's get to our project. So let's say we came after the shoot and we've got lots of pieces ungraded S-Log footage. Yeah, it doesn't have to be S-Log only actually, but I'm shooting on Sony camera, Sony A7 IV, so I work mostly with S-Log footage. So we've got our footage on the timeline. Let's say we found the song, we've got rough sequence of what we want to see. Let's play it. Okay, something like that. I mean, it will change in the end, but now just for us, for the understanding. First of all, what we want to do, we want to convert our footage from S-Log right to Rec 709. I don't really want to stay here for long because you've got lots of videos on YouTube like how to do that. If you want me to like create another video based on that, I will do this. But like really quickly, first of all, we go to our settings, color management, and we want to make sure that our timeline color space is in DaVinci White Gamut, and our output color space, if we work on a Mac, if we use iPhones, is Rec 709A. Okay, so just remember that. Okay, then we go to our color page, and we want to convert our S-Log footage to Rec 709. I've got my own default node 3, which I use for most of my automotive footage. Okay, so I just drag and drop it. You can find it in the video description. I give it for free. You just download it. It is actually very helpful because in the beginning of my way, when I just started color grading, I was like, where to start, you know, like should I start from color, should I correct my exposure first, or like something else? But when you have this set step-by-step like guide, you know, which you can change, maybe something else working for you in a better way, it saves like lots of time for you. So we want to start from our exposure, right? So we go to our HDR wheels, and usually I start from global. I just want to set my global tone. Also I look at my waveform. I don't want the highlights to be too high, where you just lose all the information, and in general I don't want to see shadows touching the zero level, where you're losing your information as well. So we're starting from our global wheel, then we go to our highlights, we want to lower them, then we go to our lights, something like that. It looks great. You see, we lowered the highlights and we already saved some more information. Then we go to our shadows. We want to bring it up a little bit, and to our dark, something like that, because you know, if I bring it too far, we can see that we're just losing our contrast, and we don't really want that. We want everything to look balanced. Then we go to our white balance. I don't like the way it was shot. It was shot by me a while ago, but I mean, in terms of set white balance straight out of the camera, like you can see, it's too cold, so I would do it in a different way now. But thanks to, again, DaVinci White Gamut, S-Log, and all of the information, we can fix that. Yes, so we want to bring our white balance up. Something like that looks great for me for now. Contrast. Contrast I change using the contrast tool here in our primaries, and changing our pivot. It's very quite powerful tool. Also we can go to our curve, and we can play with the contrast in here as well. Something like that looks pretty good to me. Okay, so this is before, this is after. Yeah, then we go into our secondary adjustments. Here we start to change our color settings. Okay, we go to our hue with saturation curves, and here I want to remove this bluish. To be honest, I don't like. Then what's next? We can bring our greens a little bit up. Yeah, but as you saw in the beginning, I don't really want it to look too green. I want to make this footage to look more like golden hour feel, even though it wasn't filmed in during the golden hour. Okay, so to do this, we want to change our green color to more yellow. So to do this, we go to our curves hue versus hue. With our qualifier, we pick our green color and we want to bring it a little bit up, just like that. Maybe we want to affect much more wider area, to be honest, because we have green here as well. Okay, just something like that. Alright, so with our secondaries, I don't really see what else. Maybe we can go to luminance as well. By changing luminance, we also add in some contrast to the color. Let's pick our green color too, and maybe we want to lower it just a bit. Just like that. Okay, after these secondary adjustments, we go to our color slicer. With the color slicer, we can do like some more precise changes. So for example, we can choose here only red. Yeah, like by pressing this icon over here, we can see what do we affecting at the moment. So I want, for example, the tail lights to pop out a little bit more than it was, something like that. Then yellow, we want to bring green down because I don't want it to look too greenish. Cyan, I want to remove almost all cyan from this footage, to be honest, like all the we can add some density, so it will just add some contrast, but we want to remove the saturation of blue color and magenta. Let's see if it changes anything, not much, but it's okay. So you will find the chroma node over here too. Sometimes it just helps me to quickly change my white balance, so I understand if I want it to look a bit warmer or colder, right? So for example, oh sorry, here is everything set to D60. Here we can change to other parameters. Okay, so I want to leave it near D55. I mean, I like the way it looks. Then split toning. In pro version of DaVinci we got split tone tool, so we just toggle it on and it just gives you this extra sauce to the image. You just change the pivot parameter over here, you change your strength, I change my hue, and basically I'm just experimenting, to be honest. Like this is before and this is after. You see, it like just adds some cinematic look to it, just like that. Then the next one, we've got soft tone stacked node. What it does, it basically softens obviously our shadows and highlights. So if we turn it on, you can see that our shadows becoming a little bit more softer. So it's just done using curves. So we've got here soft highlights. Yeah, if we link it all together by changing this parameter over here, we just bring it down a little bit and we making our highlights softer, and the same thing but with the shadows. Here we're bringing it a little bit up. By doing this, we're doing our shadows softer. Okay, it's up to everybody, but I generally like to use it. I like the way it looks and makes the footage a little bit softer and not too digital. Okay, here we've got our parallel nodes, which I usually use to change my ground color if I don't really like, just separating it from the car, from the main image. So if I want to do this and I want to do this here, I change my ground node, I go to qualifier, I press this 3D qualifier, and by choosing exactly what I want to change, so it shows me what am I selecting. In this case the ground mostly, but we can see that the car is a little bit affected as well. It is still fine. Also I want to change the denoise slider, so if we press Shift H, we can see that it just makes this selection a little bit more softer, and so we will have like less noise after that. So, and then what I want to do is I go to my saturation versus saturation, and I want to bring saturation in our shadows just a little bit down, not a little bit but quite much. By doing this I just remove the color I don't really want to see. So we want to see before and after. This is before, yeah, we can see that we got this greenish color over here, but after we're just getting rid of it. Okay, so now when we are quite satisfied with like our overall look of our image in terms of color and exposition, we can start adding some optical effects to it. We got our diffusion node over here. We want to toggle it on, and basically in this setting I just add diffusion and I'm changing amount to it, and you can see that it adds like this glow over our objects, like in our highlights mostly. And I really like to add diffusion, and because it just makes the overall image like much more softer. Then we've got our glow. We want to switch it on, and we want to change our threshold, so it's like we changing what areas does it affect. We've got our gain and gamma over here, and also I always check in my spread if I want it to be more concentrated or less. Yeah, I just want to do something like that here. And also in color filter I want to add some orange color to it, just, yeah, something like that. And halation, like I used to use it a lot before, but now to be honest I almost don't use it anymore, because I don't know, especially with my car edits, again it depends on my mood. So this is before adding diffusion and glow, and this is after. Okay, so it's already looks much more interesting. So then we've got our CST out, and after that we've got just some separate nodes to balance our overall image. We've got our density. The way it works, so we go to our channels, and you would have channel 1 and channel 3 toggled on. We want to toggle it off and want to leave only channel 2. Okay, and after that we want to go to our color space and choose it to HSV. Guys, I don't really know how does it work, but I saw it from other creator, but it just adds the saturation to overall image in a like nice way, rotating our gain wheel. Yeah, so this is for example before. Yeah, and this is after adding some density to it, before and after. You know, it just adds this like tiny bit of saturation, but it doesn't make it oversaturated. So for example, if we didn't have this node and we like, let's toggle it off, and we just wanted to add the saturation, just like using this saturation setting over here, so just by adding this saturation, as you can see, I mean, it adds saturation to everywhere, and we don't like it, we don't want it. And so if we turn it off and turn our density on, it just looks much more nicer than it was. Yeah. Then we've got our masks, and actually masks are very important nodes because they make like so much difference to our image. So usually I like to start from adding some vignette to our image. I'm going to mask number 1, yeah, then I'm going to my windows, and I want to add these circle masks. I want to make it wider, just something like that actually, yeah. And then I'm going to my primary wheels, and I just want to make sure that we are affecting the outer area of our mask, so by pressing this, and now we can add our vignette. Yeah, I can add some contrast, I can change some pivots, you know. So basically this is before our vignette and after. And also what I like to add sometimes, I'm adding some blur to it, like Gaussian blur, not too much. I want to change it to something around 200. Okay, this is before, this is after. Looks much more nicer. Then in mask 2 I add the gradient at the bottom, just like that. Again, I want to toggle it on just to make sure that we are affecting outside of our mask, just like that. Okay, because this area, for example, is too bright, so we want to make more focus on our car again. Okay, so this is before and after. Okay, that's nice. Maybe we want to bring it a little bit up. And what else we want to do? I also like to add like more controlled glow to my image with masks again. So using mask 3, I want to add one more gradient to it, but from this side, basically where we assume that the sun is shining, and we want to add some glow from this side. So we are looking to our glow, we want to add it here, right, and maybe just like that. We're adding some more threshold, yeah, we're adding some more spread, gain, gamma, and I don't want it to look too bright, but I want it to be a little bit warmer again, because we wanted to make some golden hour, right? So we are adding, using color filter, we are adding some more golden color to it, just something like that. Now maybe I want to turn off this glow, main glow, because it looks too much for me now. Yeah, but we want to add some gain, gamma over here, something like that. Okay, so after the masks, I usually use the balance node. I just go to primaries again, but now I just want to make sure that everything looks nice. Okay, after all of the changes been made. Also, again, I want to make the green color more orangish, more yellowish. No, sorry. Just like this. Okay, maybe I want to add some more dark in my vignette a little bit, like that. Okay, it already looks great, right? I mean, just look at that, for example. Yeah, this is our S-Log, no, this is our Rec 709, and this is the changes we made. I mean, that's amazing, because even though we can see that it's not actually like exposed properly and the white balance is not there, but we were able to change it to the better way. What else we can do? We can add some sharpen to it, yeah? Here it's very important actually. So just by adding some sharpen, we don't want to go too crazy, like 0.47 will be nice, okay? So here is before, here is after, it already looks much better, right? And then what else we can do? We can add some detail to it as well, just like that. Before, after. So guys, I don't know what you think. This is basically our final grade. Again, I really like the result. I want to just add some more gradients below, just like this, okay? So again, this is Rec 709, yeah, and this is our grade. Guys, if you like this power grade and you want to use it on your own footage, it will be linked in the description. You just drop it, tweak the exposure a bit, the white balance, and basically it's ready to go. And also, if you want to practice on the exact same footage I used in this video, there is a bundle option in the description as well, where you can find the raw files from this video. So okay, basically this is our final look. Now we just want to finish our video with pretty much the same look. Clicking on our clip, we are pressing Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, okay? So after copy pasting it to the other clips, we want to make sure that everything is looks fine here as well. So for example, basically I'm more than sure that all our primaries are okay. We just want to make sure that our masks looks good here too. For example, the gradient looks too dark in here, something like that. Then what else? Our glow, we assume that our sun is somewhere here, it doesn't have to be here under the tree, so we want to move it to this side, for example, just like that. Maybe the vignette is too dark as well, so we want to bring it up a little bit. Okay, and I'm just finishing with the rest of the clips. Ctrl+V here. I just want again to make sure that everything looks nicely everywhere. So I need to adjust all of the parameters. I will just speed up it for you. Okay guys, I just finished grading and this is the final result. As you could see, basically with this power grade you can fix even your not really best filmed footage in terms of again exposure and white balance settings while filming. So if you enjoyed the tutorial and you want to have the similar look on your footage, or if you want to practice on the same footage as I used in this tutorial, just go to the description and you will find the links to it there. Thank you very much guys for watching, and if you've got any additional questions, feel free to leave your comments and I will get back to you shortly. Bye.